Hello there, boys and girls, and welcome to Show and Tell. Today we have a very special show and tell because it might just change the way that these shows go. Sorry about that, everybody. I just had a Mr. Rogers vibe going on. So, this week we're having a show and tell. Why, you ask? Because for Christmas I happened to get a gift that I've been wanting for a long time. Now, the show right now is filmed on a couple different cameras. Currently, what you're watching is being filmed on my Logitech C920, I think, webcam, which is supposed to be, full 1080p. Let's face it, it's not. It's a little wonky. I'm not terribly happy with it. It's great for Skyping and things like that, but it doesn't give me everything I want. Every now and then, when I have the chance, I film, especially Uncanny, when you get the cool little comic book backdrop behind me. I film that using a Canon T1i, or a Canon Rebel T3i. Now, this is my school's yearbook camera, so technically I've just been borrowing it, using it for my own purposes. But it served me fairly well. But there are some things that I would have liked differently. I've wanted a DSLR for a while and haven't really been able to afford it. So what I asked for Christmas this year was a Canon Rebel T3i. Now, a T3i is the upgraded version of the T1i. It's still on the lower end of DSLRs, but it's great for everyday use. It's great for the casual photographer who still wants to do things seriously. There are upgrades you can do to it that are awesome. So, without further ado, here is my Canon Rebel T3i. It is a DSLR. It has a 18 to 55 lens on it. This is a standard type of lens. This comes basically together usually as a kit. You can buy the body separately, but they don't usually even sell them that way. Not for a camera like this. This, they know that they're going to sell things best as a bundle. So that bundle costs about retail between $550 and $600, depending on sales, depending on where you're buying it from. This is a great little camera, though. Not only do you have the lens feature, just like a regular SLR, you can change out lenses. This is, like I said, a standard. Every now and then I will use a telephoto lens. There are wide-angle lens, fisheye lenses, macro lenses, things along those lines. You can take audio and video either in autofocus or in manual focus, which is kind of, it's not weird. I just have not played with the manual focus that much on this. It does have a flash. It has a mount on top, which is great because you can mount things like a microphone. Unlike the T1i, on the side of the T3i there is a microphone jack. And if you open it up, it just has two little outlets to hook a camera mic up to. Now, there are a number of different mics you can get on there. I recommend the Rode Video Mic series. It is a future purchase that I'm going to be making. The standard video mic directional video condenser costs $150 on Amazon. They have that. They have the Video Mic Pro. They have, attachments that you can put on there for wind dampeners, things like that. The Video Mic Pro, obviously, the price goes up. It doesn't go up that much. I think it's $50. I think it goes from $150 to $200. You can mount them on your camera. You can mount them on a boom pole. So instead of only having sound coming from near your camera, you can make it much more directional if you're shooting a scene for something like a web series or whatnot. But for standard use, for things like these shows, mounting that mic on there will give me much better sound quality than what comes from here. And honestly, I'm fairly happy with the sound that I get from the DSLRs. Now this also has an AV out through mini USB. It also has an HDMI out, which is really cool. I will probably never use those features. Honestly, this puppy, what goes on the SD card, I can just put directly onto a computer, edit. So I mean, if I wanted to take this camera somewhere and hook it to someone's TV, I can. I don't need to, but I can. Some other really nice features on this is its viewfinder is not just the back of the camera. Now, normally on a T1i, this is just where the viewfinder is. This has a rotating viewfinder. You can even flip it so that if you're taking video of yourself, you can see in the monitor what the camera is seeing. Now, using the LCD monitor does take up battery life. It can also slow down your photography. So if you're taking photos with this, don't use the LCD monitor. Just use the little viewfinder. It will make your life a lot better. Your pictures will go faster. Now the video on this is what they call full 1080p, which means it's 1080p 30 frames a second. The webcam that I have, I believe, is 20 frames per second. So there's this. I will be getting the Rode video mic eventually. I also want to get these nifty attachments. Now, I was talking about different lenses you can get. There are also extension tubes that you can get. And what these are is these will hook on to your body where the lens does, and then you can hook the lens to that. And you can get ones that do different things. There are fisheye ones, there are macro ones that I really want to get, and a macro will let you take really close-up pictures. Really high quality, like product shots. This is great for me for taking pictures of sculptures and for getting some really cool kind of still life sort of shots. So that runs about $50 on Amazon for the full kit. And you want to be careful when you're choosing that, depending on what type of camera you've got, because some will say for a Nikon, some will say for Olympus, some for Sony's. Make sure you get one that fits your camera. And there are some out there, I saw this today, I hadn't seen this before, they were selling them for like $15, and it was just the extension tubes. The full, and those are not the Pro, those are just kind of generic. These are from Photodiox. Photodiox Pro Macro Extension Kit comes with an LED ring light. That helps give you more light for those macro photos. It also comes with a whole lot of other little things. So I recommend Amazon for that. You can get them from Photodiox's website. You can get them from B&H Photo, from Murphy's Camera, from pretty much any camera store type of website. Now another thing I got to go along with this, I used a gift card from my brother, and I needed a camera bag. Now, a lot of camera bags are those small little ones. You can fit your camera body, maybe another lens if you get a larger size one. If you get a really large one, you can fit a couple lenses in there, but those are really bulky. They're shoulder straps. They're a pain in the butt to carry around. So what the sales associate at Best Buy actually recommended was a backpack, which I had been thinking about already. So I got this nice, nifty, low pro camera backpack. It has two front pockets, which are not the primary pockets. The primary pocket is actually on the back. let's get this into frame. This pocket opens up, and that's where you put your camera, and you can put a lens. You can put a lens or two, actually. The other pockets are for things like the very front pocket is specifically designed for an iPad or a tablet to fit in. It's padded in front, so it won't damage things. It's thin. I mean, you could put other things in there. The main front pocket, which you would think would be pretty huge, I mean, it's a nice size, but it only comes down to here. Only comes down to here. That's for your accessories. You can put, you know, different extensions, you know, tubes, filters, whatnot. There's an interior pocket to that that is thin. I'm right now just keeping my battery charger in there because I don't have all the accessories that I want yet. So that's my big show and tell for this week. I will be filming my shows from now on using this, and as I start to get accessories, you'll be able to see some of the things that come from that. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're into photography, go for the DSLRs. If you've got the money to spend, and I'm talking $1,000 and up, better Canons, better Nikons, Sonys, etc. I recommend Canons and Nikons. They're the top two brands, honestly. My DSLR experience has all been with a Canon. My SLR experience has all been with a Nikon. So I don't recommend one over the other. More money you have to spend, the better quality you're going to get. And we'll say this, lenses are freaking expensive. So if you can get these extension tubes that will give you the same effect, or close to it, and it's good enough for you, go with that, at least at first. So until next week, guys, this is Baca, and I will see you guys later. Bye.